Another day and another cattle chase. Doesn't really have a ring to it, I guess. Another day, another dollar is what they usually say, but I don't know. But the cows are out again. They've been in for a week and a half now. They haven't got out. We sold Hazel. We figured she must have been the issue because after we sold her, nobody got out. So today I moved them to fresh grass and they got out. I don't understand. So anyway, we've got our little cattle wranglers. Hey, Eli. Uh-oh, somebody's stuck on my fence. They're not supposed to be in this pasture either. We had that set up for goats. There's still one in there. Come on, jump over there. There he goes. So we'll put them back up in the front again. But they always seem to like getting out for some reason. I don't know. The joys of owning cattle. Alright, we got them all rounded up. Now we're just enjoying a nice little stroll back. He's a tractor, he says. He's mowing the long grass. Not much for a hand-in-hand walk like this one. She likes to just stroll nicely. Hey? She's always searching out my hand. That one, sometimes, sometimes not. I find the boys are always different. But no, he's busy being a tractor, running around. Yes?
Over there, that's a place over there, and we found a frog.
Found a frog over there?
Yeah.
Cool. I bet there's lots of frogs right now. Look at all these puddles. Got a big rainstorm again. Talking to my brother down in Southern Ontario. I guess they got tornado warnings over there. We didn't get nothing like that. But it was pretty windy and lots of rain. So yeah, the cows are out again. I don't know. Something fishy was going on there. There was a lot more wire on that fence than there should have been. So we went all the way around, made sure nothing was touching it. Electric fence, if you've never had one, they ground out pretty easily. For one, we're using this cheap fence. It's a braided nylon with a little bit of, I guess I'll show you, a little bit of wire in it. Okay, so you can see there's a little bit of steel in it. There's not much, most of it's just plastic. The reason I use it is because it's cheap, but it's cheap. It really isn't the greatest fencing. So I am planning on setting up, or we are planning on setting up some better fencing at some point. I'd love to do some page wire fencing. That's pretty expensive. We had priced a bunch of rolls, but it's just not in the budget this year. Out west we had done some high tensile wire, so that's a solid steel wire, very, very sturdy. And if properly set up, that'll withstand a cow. They can't really go through it. So probably we'll set some of that up. I did buy one roll of that. We're still looking at maybe getting some cows for the winter. We're going through there? Some cows this winter, and then we would have to get some better fencing. So we'll see how it goes. And that's where we were just walking, is the old lane. And we use it. We've got these old cedar rails here. Absolutely love walking there. So we'd like to rejuvenate that, fix those rails up. And we'll use that to get, so basically that's going to the front pastures, our north pastures. We've got two big pastures up there right now, or big, they're a couple acres each. And then this trail runs back here. Our shop and our house is over there. I don't know if you can see them. No, you can't, but in there. So that's where we're headed with that trail. So it'll all be connected eventually with a fence on either side, so we can herd the cattle up and down, and the goats hopefully too. They're a lot harder to fence for. Then we got certain areas where we haven't fenced, and look at this, there's loads of luscious material in here. You know, it's thick grass, lots to eat. That front pasture, they've already eaten it, and then whatever was left, I took the mower to and cut it all down. And now whatever's coming back, it's kind of got a yellowy color to it. I don't know if it's either lacking nutrients, probably, but also it's been really wet. So I'm guessing there's just not much in that grass. They're not enjoying it. And maybe that's why they broke out. Whereas the other pasture where we had them, where it looked like there was no grass, they seem to be enjoying themselves there. But it looks like a golf course in places, and I don't really like with pastures to get that short. Good afternoon, everybody. What are we up to now? A big old hole in the house. We weren't quite done building, but we had the doorway right here. Kind of tall still, and it did not suit at all. I don't know if you can really kind of get a glimpse there. Anyway, that's where the doorway was. It did not work at all. We have moved this wall. Over from here to there, and we're going to make our new front entranceway in here. So pardon the mess right now. We're going to put a front entranceway in here and therefore move the door, and then we're going to put some windows in here instead. And the main reason is that when we're in here in the house, either at the table or in the kitchen, you can't even see the laneway, which is right there. And you have no idea if anybody's here until they knock on the door. And then the front entrance was on the other side of here. And when they knock on the door, you can't even tell that they're knocking. You can't hear anything. It's like somebody here, isn't it? So by opening this up and giving us more light like this, then we'll be able to see from the other side of the house, from anywhere from our living room and dining room, right through here. So that's what we're working on right now. Looks like a mess, but it'll get straightened around. Okay, so here's a shot from the outside. There's our front door. We're getting rid of that. We'll no longer have that door because people come in there, you can't even tell they're there. So that's going to be gone. And this was just the door from the kitchen onto the deck. It will be moved over to here, right about here. And that will become the front door. It'll be actually kind of centered in the house anyway. That will be our front door with a few windows beside it. And that'll give us good visibility coming out this way. And then we had a pantry in between there. And we've moved that pantry over into the corner now. So that's over there, and our front entrance. Basically, we've switched pantry and front entrance around. And we won't have our breezeway anymore. We had a breezeway all the way along this side of the house from one end to the other. We won't have that. But it's just something actually we always wanted. But we just found now that we're here, it's not practical. And I know it seems silly. We haven't even finished building and we're already renovating. But it's something that Anissa really wanted, is to be able to see the laneway, and you can't. You can't even tell, you know, if the children are in the laneway or in the road for cars or not. You just couldn't see. This is the time to do it. Alright, we got her all tore out. Look at that view. So that's what we're getting at though, from here. We'll be able to see the laneway, no problem. Alright, you can't really see it because of the glare of the sun. But anyway, that's the laneway. That's where we parked. There's our van. Give us a much better view of that area. While this is open too, we've got a few water barrels. So our rain collection, we keep them in these 1,000-liter totes. We're not going to be able to afford to build a shop this year, unfortunately. And so last year, if you remember, we had the totes. We had 4 of those 1,000-liter totes inside the house. We didn't need 4, so we're going to go with 2, and we're going to stick them back in. So rather than opening the other wall, this is wide open now. We might as well just toss them in here, and then we'll be ready to go for winter. We're going to make use of this big hole. So we'll bring 2 of those in. You can see the cages here. We actually used them for picking up some veggies the other day. And the jugs are over there somewhere. There's one that's still full. So anyway, we'll bring 2 of them in here, and then we'll get closing this back up. Alright, never got much footage of us putting the windows in, I guess. It was pretty dark when we finished, but stuck them in and moved the door over. So that's what we were talking about. So that'll be our new front entrance. A couple of new windows alongside the stove. Kind of match those. Would have liked to get one that actually matches, but couldn't on short notice. So it's from the same company, but they're individual windows like this. And I've put two together to make a solid window here. And we couldn't go much wider anyway, but you see the strip between the two windows is wider than on these. And that's because these came as one piece, whereas these are individuals. In order for us to order one, which we could have done, it was going to be a 12-week wait. And, well, we'll be knee-deep in snow by then. So we just went this route. It looks a wee bit different, but I don't think it'll be that noticeable in the long run. It'll all work out. So we're doing the vapor barrier and stuff yet, and we'll get it all closed up. And hopefully we'll get some drywall on here at some point too yet. Alright, we finally managed to save enough to get some gravel. The guy just showed up. He's going to dump some gravel on the lane. Squeaky truck. We're not doing the whole lane yet. We're just going to do a portion of it for now. I'll try to get over there and watch it dump as he goes. Pardon the mess. The chickens. There he goes. And it's dumping. Oh, I better hurry up. There it goes. That don't take him long. It's been so incredibly bumpy here lately. Oh, I didn't get very far. Oh, we got a couple of loads ordered, so he'll be back. Beautiful. Have a look. He brought some gravel. You just can't see it. It's down there. We'll find it. Oh, yeah. That's going to be nice. Very nice. I like it. It's going to be so much smoother driving here now, especially this piece right up to the knoll. This piece down here up to there was extremely bumpy. So this will be a lot better. I like it. Looks like the other kids like it. Coming out to explore. What do you think, Ainsley? Is that going to be good or what? I think I still got zoomed in on your head. There we go. Is it going to work good? Probably work good for your bike too, eh? I think so. Except for this lump right here. You might have to smash that apart with your boots. See if you can smash that. There you go. Got her? You can't run? No, it'll pack down though once we drive over it a few times. So he didn't make it nearly as far as I was hoping though. We're going to need quite a bit more, I think.
Okay, now I'm at the dirt.
That's where it was? So you're talking, yeah, but it's going to squish down. So let's go 3 inches.
Down here too.
So we'll get them to go thinner on that piece over there. You can always get them to come back, do more. And then it'll go farther. So we just have to make sure we see him when he comes back. I'll tell him to go thinner. Very good, very good.
We've got a little apprentice. You know, honey, you've come a long way.
Hey?
You've come a long way to let a 5-year-old cut your hair.
Oh, she can't really mess up too bad. I wear a hat 6.5 days out of 7, so.
Start laughing.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What'd you do?
I had any kind of worries about what it's gonna look like. Or better yet, you say, oops.
You wouldn't mess up my hair, would you?